know regular languages are recognized by finite automata, right? Next, then push down automata, it is used to recognize context free languages. Okay, so if finite automata is already available to recognize language, then what's the need of push down automata? So you may get this doubt. So why we need this push down automata? Because there are few drawbacks with finite automata. Okay, so let us see the drawbacks of finite automata first. Finite automata has limited amount of storage space. Okay, so if storage space is small, then obviously it can store only small languages, right? So here, say suppose if your language is very large, okay, long sequences, then in that case we can't store them in finite automata as it has less storage space. So for that we are using push down automata. Okay, so push down automata, it has more amount of space so that it can even handle complex languages also. So push down automata is used in order to store complex languages, as size or storage space of push down automata is large or more compared to finite automata. So let us see one example here. Say suppose we have language like this, L equal to a power n b power n such that n greater than or equal to 1. In this case, so we need a comparison mechanism in order to check number of a's are equal to number of b's or not. Okay, so that comparison mechanism is not there in case of finite automata. So in order to compare if total number of a's are equal to total number of b's or not, we can use push down automata because push down automata has that comparison mechanism. So this is one more point in push down automata. And now let us see how to define this push down automata. Okay, so definition. Push down automata, it can be defined as NFA augmented with external stack memory. So how to define PDA? PDA can be defined as an NFA augmented with external stack memory. So here an extra stack is added, an extra stack is provided. Okay, so this stack, so when we saw this term stack, we'll get two important things into our mind. What are the two things? First, stack provides last in first out mechanism, right? Or the principle used in stack is last in first out. So this last in first out mechanism is provided by stack, which helps in which provides memory management capability to PDA. Okay, the addition of this extra stack provides memory management capability to PDA. So PDA here, it can store unlimited amount of data. Okay, unlimited information can be stored in PDA. Okay, so these next up. What is the second important term which comes into our mind if we see this term stack? One is the principle used and second one is the operations. So how elements are inserted and deleted from stack? Two operations used used are push and pop. Okay, we already studied this concept in data structures. So let us briefly discuss about push operation. Say suppose we have three elements 1 to 3. Then this is your stack. Okay, so this is nothing but it follows last in first out mechanism, right? So first insert elements. So we are pushing elements one after the other into stack, and this we call it as top of stack. Now pop operation means elements will be deleted like this. So the element which is inserted last is the one which is going to be deleted first. That is nothing but last in first out. Okay, element inserted last, that is 3, that will be deleted first. So this stack provides memory management capability to PDA. And one more important point is, so why we consider this PDA to be more powerful compared to finite automata. So as I said you earlier, PDA can store unlimited amount of data, information, right? So here PDA can store languages accepted by finite automata, whereas vice versa is not possible. So finite automata, it cannot accept all the languages accepted by PDA. So PDA can accept languages accepted by finite automata as well as other complex languages also, whereas finite automata, it cannot accept languages accepted by PDA. It can accept only small languages. Okay, because of this, PDA is considered to be more powerful than finite automata. This is one more difference between finite automata and PDA. So this is about the introduction part of pushdown automata. First important thing is, what are the things we discussed here? One is about storage space. Okay, storage space is small in case of finite automata. Because of this, in order to store complex languages, instead of using finite automata, we are using pushdown automata. And second important thing is, so here just now we saw all the languages which are accepted by finite automata, they are accepted by PDA also. But finite automata cannot accept all the languages accepted by PDA because of this storage space. Okay, these are two important things to be discussed in this introduction part about PDA.